All right, so my name is Adeea Rogers. I'm known online as the Trendy Socialite. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter, Trendy Socialite. I know, right? I need to give a speech. Yes, for those of you that are not aware, I reached 1 million hearts on Friday night. I did like a marathon scope. So it literally was like a telethon. Like they were like, no, don't get off, don't get off. So yes, thank you. 60 days and I'm already over 1 million hearts. I'm so grateful. And that's because of you all, because you come in and check me out all the time. Okay, also you can catch my replays on adearrogers.com/10at10. So adearrogers.com. So I will upload my replays. I'm actually recording as we speak on YouTube. So I will upload those replays, and then we will, I'll post them on my website. So you can check it there. Yep. So again, my name is Adeea Rogers, known online as the Trendy Socialite. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter, Trendy Socialite. Also my website, adearrogers.com. Please put the link, because that's not actually a page on my website that you can click around and find, because it is just for the people that join me on the 10 at 10. So if you can put /10at10, so people can absolutely be able to find it, I would greatly appreciate it. I am also known as the purpose pusher. So what is that? That is, I push people toward their purpose. It's exactly what it says. So if you are looking for that one thing that you are supposed to do, that one contribution that you are to make as your rent here on earth, I help you to discover, develop, and deploy that. If you are interested, as we go through this time together, please don't hesitate to schedule a discovery purpose call with me at bit.ly/discovery purpose call. Discovery, purpose, and call are capitalized. The D, the P, and the C in that. It is case sensitive. You can use the code Trendsetters and you can get half off of my discovery purpose call. If you have already had a discovery purpose call with me, you know that you have gotten some valuable information and things that you can implement pretty quickly in the life of your blog, your brand, or your business. So what I do every day, Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for those of you that are new, this is the 10 at 10. And what that is an opportunity for me to share at least 10 things. It's usually a little bit more than 10. That will help you discover and develop and deploy your purpose, will help you position yourself or increase your productivity. So they range from, I've talked about a lot of things, and if you check out that webpage, all of the ones that just about all of the ones that I've done so far are listed up there. adearrogers.com/10at10, which is just 10 at 10. All right, so here we go. What we are talking about today, this is social media week on the 10 at 10. So I am highlighting social media platforms for the next 4 days. So tonight we are starting with Pinterest. So if you are looking for advice on how to use social media effectively for your blog, your brand, or your business, I suggest that you mark your calendars Monday through Thursday this week at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I will be highlighting a different social media platform every night on the 10 at 10. Tonight's platform of choice is Pinterest, and the reason why I chose Pinterest is because a lot of people don't know how to use it. That's as simple as it gets. A lot of people do not know how to effectively use Pinterest. Yes, so for all of the people that have been on my scopes before, can you school the newbies and tell them what's about to go down, what's about to happen, that they need paper and pen, and yeah, it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go. All right, so we are going to talk about Pinterest first. I'm going to give you some stats, because I know some of you are like, Pinterest, what? Why do I need to be up there? Or why do I need to promote my blog, my brand, or my business on Pinterest? And so here are some stats for you to consider. I'm just giving these for your consideration as what I think are reasons why you should have a presence on Pinterest. So as of April 1st of this year, there are 72.8 million Pinterest users. 72.8 million Pinterest users, of which 85% of the Pinterest users are women. 85% of the 72.8 million Pinterest users are women. There are 1 billion Pinterest boards. There are 1 billion with the B, billion Pinterest boards. There are, wait for this one now, wait for this one. Guess how many pins there are? Just guess, wild guess. Guess how many pins there are. Oh, you're really gonna wanna get back on your Pinterest game when I get down to the business stats at the end. No, not quite a trillion, but you're getting there. 50 billion pins. There are 50 billion Pinterest pins. So there are over 2 million pins that are sent from one user to another every day. Every day, there are over 2 million pins that are sent from one user to another every day. So that little sharing thing, yes, 2 million every day. 30% of all social media users use Pinterest. 30% of everyone that uses social media use Pinterest. So the half-life or the online life of a Pinterest post is, check this out. Hey, how are you? 1,600 times longer than that of a Facebook post. The half-life of a Pinterest pin is 1,600 times longer than a Facebook post. Pinterest is estimated to reach 47.1 million people in the United States alone. Pinterest is estimated to reach at least 47.1 million people in the US alone. Let's see, what's the other one? 52% of Pinterest users consulted while in a store. Okay, check this. Listen to this, business owners. 52% of Pinterest users consult Pinterest while in a store for purchasing guidance. 52%, that's over half. Another stat for businesses especially, average sales order value for visitors referred by Pinterest. So the average sales order, when they click off that, if they've been referred by Pinterest and they go to your website, I do it all the time as well. The average sales order is $58.95. $58.95. So when people find you on Pinterest, they go check out your website and they're convinced and they're ready to buy, the average order is $58.95. All right. Last statistic for my business owners, which I think is a good one. 47% of US online shoppers bought something as a result of a Pinterest recommendation. 47% of US online shoppers bought something as a result of a Pinterest recommendation. So, still think there's no need for Pinterest, do you? Still don't know why you have to get on that social media platform? I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust some things. Yay! My work here is done. No, it's not. All right, so those are some stats. Here are some things that I really, really want you to consider. Absolutely. Excuse me. I really want you to consider and take into account and about some ways that you can use Pinterest, not only for business brand, but for services and for blogs for those of us that create content as well. So one of the things that I want to suggest to you, this is my beginning my 10 at 10. I have 12 items for you today. So number one is use keywords in your descriptions and board names. Use keywords in your descriptions and board names. And by keywords, the words that are going to show up when people do searches. So natural hair, hair wraps, hair ties, curly hair, kinky hair, all of those things, graphic t-shirts, fashion, style, all of those. Try to use those in your board names, so in your overall board names, as well as your descriptions. And even when you are, yes, you can use hashtags. Yes, keywords. What sounds generic? To use keywords? Okay, so use keywords in your descriptions and your board names. And even if you're reposting something that someone else has, I would, I would do some, I'm sorry, people made me lose my train of thought. So use keywords in your descriptions and your board names. Number 2, add a Pinterest pin it button to your blog. That, I mean, that's in a lot of different places. To add a pin it, add a Pinterest pin it button to your blog. I use hashtags, but I don't know if they are working as well as the keywords. I think you can use both. I wouldn't go hashtag crazy necessarily, but I would actually incorporate them into my description. So if you are talking about a piece of jewelry, you'll love this amethyst necklace with that's made of sterling silver. It is a great gift for graduation, for birthday, for Mother's Day, for Christmas, etc. And then you can hashtag it with some other things that may not have fit into that description. Does that help? So if I'm looking for an amethyst necklace, guess what's going to pop up? If I'm looking for a gift for Mother's Day, guess what's going to pop up? So you just have to be strategic and thoughtful in terms of who may want to buy, what they are looking for, and what they're going to search when they look for it. So number 1 was use keywords in descriptions and board names. Number 2, add a Pinterest pin it button to your blog. Number 3, design a Pinterest-friendly image for your blog post. Design a Pinterest-friendly image for your blog post. So for me, I usually do a square one because that works for Instagram and for Pinterest for me. But if you don't want to do that, you can design one that's a little bit longer for Pinterest. Those work as well. If you Google Pinterest, I just lost the word. Pinterest dimensions or dimensions ideal for Pinterest, you should be able to find the dimensions of graphics and infographics that work best for Pinterest. But square ones do work because I use those a lot. I don't like doing double work if I can help it. So for me, being able to use that same post on Instagram and Pinterest work well for me. So for those of you that have blogs, you can, if you create one for Instagram, you can absolutely use that same one for Pinterest as well. Reference related Pinterest blogs in your blog post. So for those of you that, especially for those of you, and this is what I do a lot of times, and I've seen a lot of conversion and a lot of people following me on Pinterest when I did that. So if I post outfits on the day on Instagram, or if I do an outfit of the day blog post, I will inevitably say, even if I have to create it specifically for that post, I will say for more sweatshirt and skirt style, check out my Pinterest board. For more styles with pearls, check out my Pinterest board, and I will actually send a link to that board, a direct link to that board. And so they will, if they don't do anything else, they'll follow that board, but oftentimes they'll follow me on Pinterest as well. Okay, so reference a related Pinterest board in a blog post. So you can always, even if you just do it at the end, you can say, for more pearl inspiration, go to this, go check out my Pinterest board. And you can do a screenshot of some of the things that you have if you want to, and make it square friendly, and Oh, thank you. And share those related Pinterest boards as well. So that's how you can get people onto your Pinterest. They're going to click around inevitably. Your pins are going to start showing up when they log onto Pinterest. So as you continue to post fresh, new, and original content that links back to your site, guess where it's going to show up? So it's really just really kind of creating that cycle of people coming in and connecting with you, going out to your site, coming in, connecting with you, going out to your site, or coming into your site, connecting with you on Pinterest. Okay. Number 5 is to engage. Simply engage. So repin, repost, like. Repin, repost, like, and comment if you want to as well. Repin always works because I see who repins my post, and like it because I see that as well. So you can definitely engage on that. So yes, cross-referencing, cross-promotion, that's how you get people to follow you back. That's how you get people to check out your content as well. I have a lot of, hi, how are you? I have a lot of highly pinned posts. So a lot of them aren't mine, but some of them are. And so I know the value of that. So what you just have to do is just be a little bit more strategic in doing that, and even referencing your those particular posts and different things on Instagram, linking to them on Twitter and what have you, because your pins have links and your boards have links. So you can use those, not just your generic Pinterest, pinterest.com/trendysocialite, which is my generic one to link to all of my boards. I am talking about 10 uses for Pinterest. Hello, how are you? I'm doing social media tips for blogs, brand, and business owners. Where are you on Pinterest? What is your name? Trendy Socialite. Pinterest.com/Trendy Socialite. I have over 130 boards. I will pull that up for you real quick. So I have fashion, blog, all kinds of Pinterest boards, but there are over 130 of them, not including my secret boards. So you can see my stats too up there. That is my Pinterest page. Okay. There you go. All right. So we're talking about engaging on Pinterest. You can do that as well. Like, you're welcome. We spend time on Pinterest anyway. I know once I get on Pinterest, it is so easy for me to go, like, a Pinterest notification just pop. Oh, that's you following me. All right. Yes, Pinterest.com/Trendy Socialite. You can follow me there. I do pin content. A lot of my content is honestly fashion related because I can't dress. So Pinterest has to dress me. So I have to have lots of ideas on how to wear different things so I can, look presentable when I'm out here in these streets. So let me do a quick recap for those of you that may have just joined. My name is Adeea Rogers, known online as the Trendy Socialite. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Trendy Socialite. We're talking today about it is Social Media Week on my Periscope broadcast 10 at 10. So tonight we are talking about Pinterest. Number 1 was to use keywords in your descriptions and your board names. Use keywords in your descriptions and your board names. So just thinking strategically about that, making sure that things that you think people will search for, things that will increase the likelihood of your pin or your product or your post showing up in someone's search. Use those in your keywords and your descriptions, your board names, and your hashtags. Number 2, add a Pinterest pin it button to your blog. Thank you. Add a Pinterest pin it button to your blog so that other people can even pin interesting content that you have. So even if you forget to do that or you don't deem it worthy or what have you, there may be other people that pin your content as well. Number 3, design a Pinterest-friendly image for your blog post. For me, I can do that in a square image, the same image that I use for Instagram, I can also use on Pinterest. So design a Pinterest-friendly image for your blog. Number 4, reference related Pinterest boards in a blog post. So if you're doing a blog post on parenting and you have other tips or other ideas that would be related in a parenting or in a separate Pinterest board, then link to that onto or mention that in your particular post, even in your captions on Facebook and Twitter as well. Number 5 is to engage, and that means to repin, repost, and like. That's the primary way you engage on Pinterest, is by repinning. I think that there's some people that comment a lot more than I do. I don't comment as much on Pinterest, but I do a lot of repinning, and as a result, like, people will follow me back and I'll follow them and what have you. Number 6, create a board for your content or blog post. Create a board for your content or blog post. So there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can do a generic one that is for your content in general. So it would have, like, I think I have one that is the Trendy Socialite blog or Trendy Socialite blog. And so all of my blog posts are in there. But the other way that you can do that, especially if you are a lifestyle blogger and you talk about other things or you talk about multiple topics, you can do specific boards related to those topics. So you can have a fashion blog post board where all of your fashion blog posts reside. You can have a beauty and skincare blog post board, interior design, home, parenting, recipes, whatever kind of content you have on your site and on your blog. You can have niche and topic specific things, so that just that type of topic, as opposed to a general one for your entire blog, and it has all of the posts in there and people have to, and especially because a lot of you all have been blogging for a while, that's a lot of potential content in one place. So I think once you get to a certain point, you should consider segmenting that off. And if you're just getting started, you might as well start that way, so you don't have to go back and repin and move, because that's a pain to move your posts or to move your pins. So create a board related to your blog. That was number 6. Number 7, include a call to action, i.e. buy or link to content on all of your descriptions, in all of your descriptions. Yes, I know. Yeah, it is. It's a lot to keep up with social media. So include a call to action on all of your original posts and content. So if you're posting something from your blog, then include something like, click here for 10 tips on how to have a stress-free first day of school with your kids. So it includes, I'm an event planner. Does this work for me as well? Absolutely. I have 15 years of event planning experience, and it does. So you can include pictures of your work and link to your website from there. You can include a checklist, a top 10 things to do, a top 10 resources or things like that. And all of that can link back to your website in terms of services that you can provide. Okay, I hope that helps. I was talking about include a call to action. So when you include that call to action, there is an 80% yes, it will work for you in a store. 80% increase in engagement when there is a call to action. So if you have a product, you know that you can actually put the cost of that item in there, and then it just needs to link to your product page. So if it is a picture of, it's this lipstick here, then it just needs to link to this picture needs to link to the page where this lipstick is being sold. And so you say, this is the hottest, it is Milani color, it's called Uptown Mauve. This is the hottest pink out on the market right now. If you want pink power in your lipstick, check out this Uptown Mauve, click here to buy. All right, so it absolutely does work for a store. Yes, absolutely. It lets the pinners know if it goes on sale. It does. Yes, which is great. So there is an 80% increase in conversion when you include some sort of call to action. And it can be as simple as buy or click this link to get more information. A lot of people know to do that now on Pinterest, but it still doesn't hurt to remind them of that. Number 8 is add, just what I said, add dollar items to items for sale so that that shows up in there. Some people want to know immediately before they go clicking off of Pinterest, if it's even in their price range. So for those of you that have products for sale and you're featuring those products, you can absolutely put a dollar sign and then you put the amount of that product in there, and then it'll actually show. I think it's like a little cat corner banner, like little ribbon thing that shows up in the corner of that picture. Number 9, create more places to go on your site once they click the link to get there. This is especially true for my bloggers and actually for anybody. You can make this work for anybody. So for instance, I'll start with the blog reference. So when they go to your blog page, you have oh, good. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So if you have a blog post, someone clicks over it on your 10 tips to have a stress-free school day, your sidebar should be more places for them to go with your content. Your sidebar should be more places for them to go for your content. Okay? So not a whole bunch of ads all down, especially when you look at the screen, like especially on the top, before the scroll. So whatever shows up on your screen needs to be your content. Who you are needs to be at top, so that like little about with a picture of you. So just in case there's no picture of you when they clicked on Pinterest, they can see who you are, see what it is that this blog that they just clicked on because they like the subject of this blog post is about. And then it needs to be more posts from you, not ads, more posts from you, okay? Or a link to your next webinar, or a link to your to an item that you have for sale, or a link to your Spreadshirt store. It needs to be your content that people see initially when they go there. So that's the importance of having that sidebar in your on your page, especially for a Pinterest image that you know that you're going to pin on Pinterest, okay? So the same thing for product makers and service providers. So you want to create more places for them to go. So if you sell conditioner, then your links on that sidebar need to be, here's a link to all of my shampoos. Here's a link to all of my tools in terms of combs, brushes, detangling brushes, all of that kind of thing. Here's a link to my styling butters. And so you want people to be like, oh yeah, I like this conditioner, but I need some shampoo. I need a butter to go with this. I might as well try the whole line. So you want more places for them to go on your website once they get there. Number 10 is to create boards around topics on your blog. And I think I just mentioned that when I talked about creating a board for your content. See, I could have said something real ugly, but all right. So create boards around topics on your blog. Create boards around topics on your blog. And I just mentioned that in terms of parenting blog posts, beauty blog posts, fashion blog posts, what have you. Number 11, this is interesting and this is new for those of you that especially do fashion and style blogs and even hairstyle blogs. So how do you think you can get traffic, especially if you don't always do or want to do an entire blog post for an outfit? So that's where a lot of times my struggle is, right? So, I just want to, that's why I love posting my outfit of the days on Instagram, because I don't want to write a whole thoughtful blog post and have all this stuff in there like, hi, how are you? I just don't want to do that sometimes. I don't have the time. Like, I'm literally posting my pictures on my way to work or when I first get in the office. So I don't always have time to post all of this content as it relates to my my outfits. So what you can consider doing is creating a website gallery, a gallery on your website of your outfit of the day pictures, and then you can create a link back to them on Pinterest. Or you create the Pinterest image and then it links back to this gallery on your blog. So thank you, I appreciate it. So not only are they going back to your blog, but they're seeing all of your other outfits of the day. So they're just clicking around and clicking, click, 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 click. And then because you have that sidebar there, guess what else they see? They see your other content. So they're like, oh, that's cute. Let me click there. Oh yeah, click, 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 click. Like drip, drop, drippity, drop. Click, 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 click. Okay, that's how we do that. So create a website gallery, and then you can post some of your outfit pictures there. Good stuff for you? All right. My last recommendation as it relates to, this is like my shortest 10 at 10 ever. So my last recommendation for the use of Pinterest is to highlight your apparel. For those of you that have, you know, t-shirt lines, or you sell some sort of apparel, you have an online boutique, especially, you have, I think Silky Wraps is up here for your wraps. Do polyvores, which are the ones where you can have images and create outfits without models, so to speak, and the pictures are just laying flat on a white background image. It's an app. You can download it. It's Polyvore, P-O-L-Y-V-O-R-E. So highlight apparel that you have, for those of you that do that. And even for those of you, yeah, exactly. Even for those of you that are affiliates, you can do the same thing and post how you would style some of your affiliate pieces using Polyvore. And you can do that and post that on Pinterest. Link back to a particular link. You're using your affiliate link. You can link back to a page on your blog or on your website with more information about that and how they can purchase it. So 23%, there are 23% more repins of images without faces than there are with faces. So pins without faces get repinned 23% more than pins with faces. So that's just something to keep in mind, and that's a good way to highlight your product without and to show even how to style it, because a lot of people, they want to buy your product but they don't know how to wear it, and that's one of the primary reasons I go to Pinterest. So when I'm in a store and I am looking at something, say I'm looking at yellow shoes, the first thing that I do, thank you, I appreciate it. The first thing that I do is go over to Pinterest and see yellow shoes outfits. And so for me, because I work for the state of North Carolina, and in case you didn't know that, they pay us in peanuts and bubble gum. So yeah, my stuff has to stretch. It has to be multi-use, and I can't just wear it with one thing. So I go on Pinterest. I will search for those sorts of outfits, or outfits that have that particular thing in it, and see how many different ways I can wear it, and if I have those clothes to wear it with. So yeah, I absolutely do use Pinterest for that. I'm always on my phone on Pinterest in the store when I'm shopping. So I definitely, hey, how are you? I definitely think that it is used to work for the state too. Yes, yes, yes. Want to repin there? Yes, yes, absolutely. So I do suggest that you use Polyvore. Another thing about Polyvore is that you can, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but you know what I'm talking about. So one thing that you can do with that, yes, I'll talk about that in just one second. Hey, all my North Carolinians. One of the things that, oh man, I just lost it. All right, so I'll talk about rich pins until it comes back. So if you are, for those of you that are like, oh, Facebook ads, people keep saying I need to do Facebook ads. There are some, yeah, I can't remember. Oh, I do remember, yes. So Polyvore, what you can do is you can actually clip things from your site. I know, I'm so old. You can clip things from your site and bring them into Polyvore. So if you notice, and let me see if I can find one really quick. For my t-shirt line that I actually have clipped them from Polyvore and have styled outfits using them. Why can't I figure this out? So I have created Polyvore outfits from using that. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if it pulls up. So you can do that. You can take, for instance, like I said, Silky Wraps is up here. You can take pictures from your blog and share it with, bring it into Polyvore and then create an entire outfit around it. And I'm telling you, when people see how they can style different things, they absolutely, it increases the likelihood that they're going to buy. Because a lot of times if I can't figure out or see how I'm going to wear it, then I'm not going to buy it, because I think it's going to sit in my closet or sit on my shelf and not get used. I don't see one right now. But anyway, you can use Polyvore, import your images in, and then use them to create an outfit that you can post on Pinterest, post on your website, post in a blog post, what have you. Yes, I think it would be awesome for your head wraps. I absolutely do. All right, y'all. So that is my 10 at 10, the shortest in 10 at 10 history. What questions do you have for me about Pinterest? Thank you. For replays, you can go to adearrogers.com/10 at 10. It'll be up by noon tomorrow. I almost feel like I'm cheating y'all because I'm getting off so early. I'm usually on to like 11:10, 11:15, 11:30. Should I come back and just do a general Q&A? I know, right? What are your thoughts on group boards? I don't like them. Girl, you don't have a Pinterest board. I'm gonna push you down when I finally meet you after I hug you. Is there a difference between a business versus personal account? Yes, the business account is where you can do these rich pins. So you can essentially, that's what I was going to talk about. So the rich pins are, I know, yes, now you can get some sleep unless I come back and do an after party. So the rich pins are where you can, it's kind of like doing an ad. So you basically optimize your pin and you get it in front of more people. So I think there are some people that the cost per click is somewhere around, anywhere but like Facebook ads, like it's a cost per click thing, and it's 30 to 60 some odd cents. And you know, some people have, I think it's especially beneficial if you have a business or a service or something like that, because you can see what your ROI is, especially if you have a product-based business. And so I would maybe consider trying it out, maybe at least for the holidays. And maybe you start off with one or two sort of feature items that you want to test, and then you can go from there and determine if that's something that you want to do. There's really no downside to it. So even if you don't like it and you don't want to optimize and do that CPC thing, then you can still, I mean, it's still a Pinterest account. And so you can still use it like that. From a credibility and an authority standpoint and a social proof standpoint, it's probably good that you say, like, I have a Pinterest business account. And really all it does is, I mean, all it takes is just some added verifications and stuff like that to get it designated as a Pinterest business account, and it has to be linked to a site. So that's it. What questions do y'all have for me? How can you get the price to show? Put a $ in front of it. So $sign and then whatever the price is, and it should show up. If it doesn't, there may be something not working. So I would probably Google how to put price on Pinterest pins, just to make sure you're following each step. There may be something very small that you're missing. I hope that helps. If you pin from your store, it automatically does it. Yes, you can do that. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, I do have one other piece of information. If you have a business account and pin it, your price. Yes, okay. I do have one other thing to share with you. So if you pin from your phone or from or your tablet or somewhere like that, and you don't pin directly from a site, so say you upload from a picture from your phone, I do highly suggest that you go into Pinterest.com and create that link that will link somewhere else, to your site, to a blog post, or what have you, so that you get that traffic. If someone clicks on it, it's not just a picture of that image popping up again. It's actually taking them to your site, even if it's to your home page. Okay, so I don't recall. I always go online and do that. So yeah, no dead pins, so that so I can get the links that I need to get and send it where I need to send it. And you would, after the pin is posted, you go in and edit the pin and create a source link for it, and that'll take you where it needs to go when people click on that link. So I hope that helps. I'm going to hop back. I'm going to end this broadcast and hop back on and do just kind of a Q&A for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes and answer any questions that you have. We can talk about leadership, purpose, business things, branding, my hair. We're just going to answer some general questions for about 10 or 15 minutes, or until they run out, whichever comes first. So join me in just a few minutes. All right, y'all. So go refresh yourselves, and I'll be right back. Bye.